בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמונה העם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה
You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these commandments I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live by my ways. Speak of them when you're home, when you're on your way, when you lie down and get up and go about your day, as a sign on your hand and upon your head, on the side of your doorposts, my commandments may always be read. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed. Please remember, observe all these words that I've said, to live and be holy for years straight ahead. For I am your God, out of Egypt I led. Be holy, be righteous, remember the words that I've said. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed. You shall love Adonai with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. Take to heart these instructions I give you this day. Remember and tell all your children to live, oh, to live and remember my ways.
like you're fading away. Just call right out, we'll find a way. From a narrow place to a wide open space. From a narrow place to a wide open.
Door of our door for generations and generations, and the door of our door, our door, our door. The door of our door for generations and generations, and the door of our door, our door.
Look around the world, look around your town. Every single age is represented all around. You see them everywhere, every street, avenue or boulevard. Anywhere, any beach, any park or any yard.
The door of our door for generations and generations, and the door of our door, our door, our door.
Ecclesiastes said one generation goes and another generation arrives. He got it wrong. For years we all live side by side.
Can you lean on those who arrived here before? Can you learn from those you remember being born?
Can you see that we are all together evermore? Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbos.
Shalom.
Shabbos schmoozing can happen after the service, so if you guys want to continue your schmooze, you may do that. Welcome to Temple Emanuel. You may notice that there are 3 of us on this bima. It's amazing. We have Cantor Weiss, Rabbi Aaron, and Rabbi Liora
Hi, everyone.
Alban. Rabbi Liora Alban is joining us for services today. This is really the last one. We're not going to count that last one.
We can never stand like this again. I just want to say it's like the little bear.
No, it's good.
the
It kind of
mommy
goes
bear.
like that. Well, so I'll go like this. So, how's that? We just wanted to welcome Rabbi Alban to our bima for the first time. I mean, she was here for Shabbat Spark, but that's a little bit different. Not on the bima, not with all this and all the stuff that goes into it. I don't think you were here. You'd have to be here. Doesn't count until you're here. But let's start on page 10 and start singing like we're welcoming each other into the space, and that let's pretend we're happy to be with each other, or just be happy to be with each other.
Yananai, yananai, hine mato. Yananai, yananai, umanai. Yananai, yananai, shevet achim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Try that with me. Yananai, yananai, hine mato. Yananai, yananai, umanai. Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Let's light up the world, oh brothers and sisters, together with peace and love. Bring light to the world, oh sisters and brothers, and sing Hine Mato. Yananai, yananai, hine mato. Yananai, yananai, umanayim. Yananai, yananai, shevet achim. Shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom, friends. Shabbat Shalom. It is really nice to be here on this bima, which is going to be my future bima, and to be seeing some faces who I know and some faces who I don't know yet, and I can't wait to get to know you as I start my time here. We're going to open Shabbat by doing what we always do when we start Shabbat. We light the Shabbat candles. And as I was thinking of opening this service and, what the Shabbat candles would mean to me, as I really am here for one of the first times seeing these candles be lit, I was thinking of how I wanted to open Shabbat and think about these lights. We have this practice when we light Shabbat candles of going like this. Does anyone know why we go like this when we light the Shabbat candles? To bring in the light. But which makes sense to me, but I read an interpretation today where it's not about bringing in the light, it's actually about spreading out the light. So I want us to take that interpretation and think about ourselves this Shabbat. Hopefully you've had probably a long week. You've had some good moments in the week. You've had some less than good moments in the week. But hopefully you've at least had a little bit of light coming into you this week, some good things that happened. I mean, think about what that moment of light may have been in this week for you. Something big, something small. And hopefully as we light these Shabbat candles, we can commit ourselves to not just taking that light from this past week into our Shabbat, but also spreading it back out. How can we bring light into this Shabbat, into the people around us? Maybe it's simple as greeting the person around you, really being a presence of light next to them during the Shabbat service. Maybe it's some good deed, some mitzvah that you can do in the next 25 hours of Shabbat. But as we light our Shabbat candles, let us commit to spreading, not just gathering, that light. So to light our Shabbat candles tonight, I would like to invite my family who is with us tonight. It's my mom, Judith, my sister, Eliana, my almost brother-in-law, Michael, and my father, Arnold. So I'll invite you up to our candles here to light. The candle lighting is on page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We're going to continue with Shalom Aleichem on page 24. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi. I'm singing the wrong one. How many different Shalom Aleichems do I know, Liz? I was singing Rabbi Aaron's, right? Nope. What was I singing? Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Elyon. Mimel. Now I'm singing his. Malchei Hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch. Hold on. Liz, I'm singing the wrong one, right? All right, let's sing the one that I put in your music. But Liz can play anything apparently.
Let's go. I don't know the one we were just singing.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Just sing that again. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. אתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי העליון, ממלך מלאכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
This moment, how did I arrive in this place? This joy and this wonder, this grief and this loss, this hour, this moment, this life. Choices, events, God, my decisions, the decisions of others, the hand of our Creator. Holy One, help me see that I am exactly where I need to be. To learn and to serve, to be and to become, to live as an instrument of healing and love, charity and forgiveness, kindness and grace. How did I arrive in this moment? How did I get this blessing, this gift to be exactly where I can learn and serve in God's holy name? So we'll take a moment of silence now for Hazarat HaShavua as we together just reflect on this moment, what it means to be in this moment together entering Shabbat. We'll continue now with Lechadodi, welcoming our Sabbath bride on page 20.
Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shemor v'zachor v'dibur echad ishmi'anu el hamyuchad Adonai echad v'shemo echad l'shem lo tiferet v'li tehila. Lechadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki va'orech kumi uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. We rise as we welcome the Sabbath bride. We face the entrance. Verse 9. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha לגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
And you'll all just stay standing. We are going to turn to page 28, or the words are on your screen, for our call to worship, Baruch Hu.
This is a newer version that I introduced a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, and it's by Rabbi Morel. And we're going to just use the Yadai Yadai, which everyone can do, and you'll do the response. I think you'll pick it up, but enjoy. We start Yadai Yadai. Yadai Yadai, Yadai Yadai. We try that again. Yadai Yadai, Yadai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yadai 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 Yadai. You may be seated. Yadai Yadai
I've never heard that before, and that's just beautiful.
Thank you, Rabbi Morel.
We'll turn now to page 34 and 35 for Shema, and then we'll continue with Ve'ahavta, page 36.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'eleh asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'b'lechtecha v'derech u'shofecha u'fkumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
In just a moment, we will continue by singing Micha Mocha, this song in which we think about the moment when the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, and it's really this moment of awe and wonder. But not all of us in the 21st century, in life in Los Angeles, experience something as miraculous as the Red Sea parting in front of us coming out of slavery. But that does not mean that we can't experience miraculous moments. I was just having a conversation with someone about miraculous moments that they've had in the last couple of weeks in their life. And I would venture to say that actually all of us have had miraculous moments if we really stopped to think about it. I know.
The freeway opening up.
That's like the modern parting of the Red Sea. Come on. Sometimes when we're singing Micha Mocha, it can sound just kind of absurd, the parting of the Red Sea. But if we sing it with the intention of thinking about the actual miraculous moments that we have in our lives, we can sing it with a lot of heart and real truth to it. So let's sing it in that way together. Page 40, Micha Mocha.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh
Yeah, sure. Ba'elim Adonai Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh Norat Elim Adonai Micha
So I think you have an intro for Hashki Emanuel, but I just want to say it's so nice that Liora has such a wonderful singing voice that will combine with ours, because obviously I believe in singing being just so essential to prayer. So I'm excited.
It's a joy. I'm excited too. I'm so excited. Yeah, so we're going to continue with Hashki Emanuel, which is really like a lullaby. Earlier in the week, I have a friend who has a baby, and I went over to her house. I brought over dinner, and we together gave the baby a bath, and we put the baby down for sleep. And she had a little sleep sack, and we covered all the windows, and it was very intricate in putting this baby to sleep. But it made me think about how nice it would be, like every night, if I had a lullaby that was sung to me, and I had a little sleep sack, and I had someone turn off all the lights in my room and just sing me to sleep. And the truth is, we actually do have a lullaby in our tradition that if we chose to, we could sing it every single night. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. Hashkivenu is really asking for this protection, this safety as it's getting dark outside, as scary things are happening around us with the dark. It's really asking for God's protection, like a parent might do to a child at night.
So this text, as you see, let there be love, actually, if you look on page, did you say that already?
No,
43,
the text is at the top of page 43 for this particular version that we're going to do by Noah Aronson.
We've spoken about Noah's left side of the page series, so we're all really lucky that he decided to write this.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Vehamidenu, Shomreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukat shlomecha.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Before we move to the Amidah, we're going to take a moment. We're going to take a moment to think about those people we love and care about that are in need of healing. Go to page 253. Lots of reasons why people come to synagogue. And one of them is because there's people they love that are hurting. And it makes us feel better and hopefully makes them feel better to know that there's people praying for them and thinking about them and caring for them. So we'll sing the first part of the blessing, and then I have a list. Very long list that I will read, and then we can read names online from Facebook and YouTube, and then I'll come around and I'll gather names from all of us that are in the room. Please say them loud enough so others can hear it, because that's the idea, that we say this for others. So let's join together. 253, Misha Berach.
Sheberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let
Charles Arenberg, Marlene Brer, Vicky Braslow, Jill Kahn, Eitan Chaim, Richard Chernock, David Childs, Annie Childs, Woody Clark, Jay Clement, Iris Cutler, Richard Dickies, Judy Fenton, Patty Goodman, Andy Hale, Helene Hale, Lori Haynes, Naomi Bat Chaim, Ishai Uvrana, Nehama Leah Bat Mazal Veruvain, Sis Klein, David Lerner, Kathleen Agnes McCarthy, Sheila Merowitz, Missy Pikin, David Pick, Deborah Rhodes, Howard Rosen, Warren Roston, Sandy Silas, Lindy Sobel, Mabube Soleimani, Jesse Taylor, Bill Terry, Phyllis Torse, Irving Villasenor, Harava Haruna Bat Tzvia Yosef, Halina Wachtel, Pessel Bat Gittel Ve'ichel, Sonia Anwegi, Michael Wolin, Yudit Bat Nechama Mordechai, Howard Zellico, and Gloria Boraz.
Kathy Murray, Sue Brucker, Barry Brucker, Warren Roston, Bernard Thau, Oren Bat Alona, Marlene Wasserman, Warren Weiss, the Dressen family, David Kunkel, Shar Buckley, Karen Alexander, Debbie Streif, Mitzi Olshansky, Chaya Sora Bat Rachel, Leah, Jeff and Susan, Sherry Rakowski, Michael Waldman, Adisa Bat Sarah, Prudencia Ben Sarah, Irene Bat Eloisa, Tony Lopez, Beth Rubin, Christina and Marcus, Vienna and Daniel, and Mayan, Roy and Mickey, Lois Lebman, Rita Newman, Andy Hale, Audrey and Judith Bennis, Lupe Diaz and family, Helene Hale, David Shlomo, Pat, Christine Colas.
Go to page 46. We begin our Amidah with the first line, and then we'll go silent. If you'd please rise at this moment. After we go silent, you can use prayers in the Siddur or prayers from your heart, and then you may be seated.
Adonai Tzvatai Tivta Adonai Tzvatai Tivta Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha
We close the Amidah with a prayer for peace, Shalom Rav, on page 60. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav. Ki ata umelech adon, melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, lim leolam, melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה bishlomecha, bishlomecha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav.
I just want to start by saying how nice it is to have Rabbi Alban here. So great. It just feels so nice that our team is growing. All right, I've got good news and I've got bad news. I want a show of hands. Who wants the bad news first? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Who wants the good news first? That is so fascinating. I thought for sure that everyone was like me. I'm just kidding. But really, I want the bad news first. Wait, I want the bad news first, then the good news, because then I end with the good news, right? That's the one that stays in my head. But the fact is, you and I both know it's the bad news that stays in your head, even if you heard it first. After you've heard the good news, you might think of the good news for like a minute, and then the bad news you're going to concentrate on for the next week, at least, right? It's kind of like is the glass half full or half empty question.
right? I think it determines kind of how a person wants to live their life. Like, are they optimistic about things? Are they pessimistic? Do they want good news? Do they want bad news? There are some people who might even say, give me the good news, and I don't even want to hear the bad news. That's you. You would love this week's Torah portion. Because in this week's Torah portion, second half, it's Behar Bechukotai. It's a double portion, end of the book of Leviticus. And in Bechukotai, at the very end, it says, if you do God's commandments, like you do, okay? You don't have to worry about this. If you do God's commandments, you'll have 11 really awesome things happen. If you don't do God's commandments, you're going to have some really bad things happen. How many you think? Think it's 11? It's 36. 36 bad things, 11 good things. As a matter of fact, there is a tradition that you're not even supposed to listen to these. It's called tochacha, which are rebukes, right? You're not supposed to even listen to them in the synagogue. So the person who reads the Torah is supposed to read this. So you have no idea what's being said. You don't hear it. You don't hear the curses, the rebuffs or reproofs. You don't hear them because they're talking so quietly. There are other communities where literally people get up and they walk out of the room so they don't have to listen to the awful stuff that's going to happen to them if they don't follow God's commandments. Now, follow God's commandments and everything goes great, right? Maybe most of us know that we might make a mistake here or there. And we don't want these 36 bad things to happen. So this hesitancy to listen to these rebuffs and reproofs is talked about by the Chafetz Chaim, who I really love because the Chafetz Chaim is the guy who wrote all the books on gossip and Lashon Hara, against gossip and Lashon Hara. So I've studied him a lot, but he also does Torah commentaries, and he has this fantastic one from this Torah portion. Talking about the people that are either going to walk out or they're going to say it so quietly you can't hear it, he writes, quote, "To what can one compare such behavior? To a person who was warned not to walk through a certain path because it was filled with thorns and dangerous obstacles. The person, though, did not heed the warning and decided to walk along this path. But the person did take one precaution, though. He blindfolded himself that he would not see the various dangers." Of course, by blindfolding himself, he simply made the trip that much more dangerous. And by the same token, there are those who believe that if they do not hear the tochacha, that nothing bad will happen to them. They do not realize that these, a lot of times they're called curses, these rebuffs, these reproofs, these curses, these tochachot, these tochacha. They're meant to arouse people to perform the commandments. And if one does not listen to it being read, one simply compounds the danger to themselves. That's what the Chafetz Chaim says. What a simple, wonderful message. Rebukes, reproofs, warnings, feedback, it's all for one reason, so that we can do something to improve our situation. We may decide that the punishment that may come from our actions doesn't stop us from doing those actions. Or we may decide to avoid punishment altogether by acting differently. But whatever it is that we're doing, for me, knowing all the possibilities is extremely important. Because at least it leaves it up to me. I do this, I know that this may happen. Now, it doesn't always work that way where this leads to that, but at least I have that in my mind that that is a possibility. And to know all the possibilities for me, that's key. I understand what my actions bring about, and I actually believe I believe that this way of thinking moves the power from the outside to the inside. Because if you're afraid to even hear them, you think that these words and this stuff that's out there that can affect you already has power over you. Yet if you know it, take the time to think about it, then do action upon that action and the responsibility for it moves to the inside, instead of it being something on the outside that you're afraid of. So give me the good news and give me the bad news. And then I at least know what's in front of me and what's possible and how I can work to make my life better. Or at least to maybe mitigate the difficulty that might be in front of me. Whatever my actions cause, I'd rather know than not know. So tomorrow, when we're in synagogue, as all of you will be, listen to the good things and listen to all the bad that can happen. And then do what we're going to be asked to do in 2 more books, and that is choose life. Shabbat Shalom. Let's do some other things now, like close out our service, all that. All right. 282. Ooh, wait a minute.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, the first thing we do, I'm a little obsessed with this. We count the Omer, that time between Pesach and Shavuot, and we're coming up on it. We're getting close. Actually, where are we here? Right? Where's the date?
Announce it.
Oh, the date's not here.
Yes.
Is it that sheet? Wait.
It's on the back of one. No, we know what the date. Hold on. Well, you're going to have to go look at the screen.
Oh my God. I don't even know if I can read that screen.
Oh, wait. I have it.
Here we go.
Here,
Baruch
here.
atah.
No. Don't use that in case I messed up here.
Oh,
We're very
okay.
casual.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. Blessed are you, God, who rules over time and space and gives us the opportunity to count the Omer. Hayom shiv'a u'shloshim yom shehem chamisha shvuot u'shnei yamim la'omer. Today is the 37th day, making 5 weeks and 2 days of the Omer.
Now we continue with Aleinu on page 282. Please rise. We do the one that's on the top for anyone who hasn't been here before, and then it continues on 287. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה השמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Be seated for a moment. We're going to turn now to page 294 for Kaddish Yatom. First, I'd like to mention those members of our congregational family who have died in the last month, whose families are observing Shloshim. Shaul G. Masri and Patty Rains. Is there anyone here that is in the midst of Shloshim that would like to stand and tell us who they heard us say Kaddish for? We also remember those whose yahrzeits occur on this Shabbat. You'll see names that will come up on the screen. These are all of those from our congregation who have died at this season in years past. And I'd like to ask if anyone here is observing a yahrzeit, if you'd like to stand and say the name of your loved one. Is there anyone here in the first year after the death of a loved one that would like to rise and say that name for us? So we will rise together in support of those mourners among us. Is there any names that need to be mentioned online?
Roger Scott and Byron Steinberg.
So we have those names that I've mentioned, that the Cantor mentioned, that people have mentioned in this room, and we take them into our hearts. But we also say Kaddish for those that have no one to say it for them. Those lost in the Holocaust, those who died from COVID, and especially those that have died in the violence that is occurring daily in our world. Let us say Kaddish Yatom on 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yit hadar, v'yit aleh, v'yit halal, shemei d'kedusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma, v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav. Hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to the whole world, and let us say, amen. You may be seated.
Okay.
Rabbi, come on up.
First of all, we're so happy
Announcements.
Rabbi Alban was here, and she'll be back in July. It's true. That's
Forever.
Forever. We have 4 announcements. First of all, please join, number 1, please join Rabbi Jonathan Aaron, most likely Cantor Michelle Aaron. She's going to be in my place, maybe to rest my voice. And our rabbinic intern, Michael Walden, whose final service is tomorrow, and he's being ordained Sunday. We will be there. So please join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Is there a teaching at 9? No.
Michael's going to do the teaching as part of the service.
In the service. Okay.
In the service, and then we have a special blessing for him. So please join us. And I believe Judy Kendall is hosting and sponsoring our lunch. Here. So
there you go. Did you get
with
it?
a special cake for her B-Day.
Oh.
So
happy birthday,
I guess it's her birthday.
I know she was watching.
Judy Kendall.
And we are super excited for the Bird Goldstein Songs of Freedom concert. Join us, St. Bridget's Church, and this amazing music group named the Ambassadors for Christ, who I saw perform when we sang at St. Bridget a few months ago for this interfaith concert. Please, I'm begging you, show up. I don't care. I will call. Come, let's fill the room. Let's support these other communities. Let's support the many Emmanuelites who are going to sing. And I think when I posted it, I said, just show up. Show up to be a part of our community. Everybody had such a wonderful time at the gala last week.
When is it again?
It's a week from Sunday, May 21st at 5 p.m. And we're so also, I just have to say, so grateful that Robert Byrd and Gail Goldstein have committed to underwriting this concert. And if you're interested in underwriting things like this, let me know. Okay, so Sunday, May 21st at 5 p.m. And, I thought I had control over that. I don't. Okay, Shabbat Spark, Memorial Day Shabbat Spark. We have, it's called the barbecue, but I've heard rumors there will be like a grilled cheese truck because it's Shavuot. And also be on the lookout. Shavuot, we have for many, many years joined Beth Am. So join us. That's the Thursday night before. Now my dates are It is the 25th, right? Yes. Okay, up north, it's the 25th too. Okay, so join us. And last but not least, we just got this banner, so I wanted to put it out there. For the first time, we will be joining many, many other temples. Temple Israel of Hollywood, Kol Ami, Temple Isaiah, to march at the Pride Parade on June 11th. So sign up. I think it can be amazing. There are probably going to be hundreds, maybe 1,000 Los Angeles Reformed Jews joined as a community to march. So I will do something special for the Friday night, but instead of a whole Pride Shabbat, we're putting our focus in supporting our community. Show up and march. And because Michelle's here, I'm just going to say we should collect, hold on one sec. Before that, Sunday, please make sandwiches. And, did I take your announcement? Okay. Sunday, as in every Sunday, please make around 10, sack lunches. You can ask Michelle about it if you're here, or ask us what's the website is it on our website? It is on our website. Pandemic luncheons.
And it's Mother's Day, so it'll be nice that we'll be delivering directly to
Yeah.
mothers and people
Who have mothers.
People who have mothers. People who came from a mother. Yes. And then last but not least, I guess we had a mazel tov that I missed. Rabbi Aaron, do you want to do this one? Was it? Can you?
There it is. Oh. So Sophie Sarasescu. Now, I will say that Sophie was always in the upper left-hand corner of our Zoom call when we would do our classes, and she was our resident genius, actually.
Oh.
And so I didn't know. I don't know what this is. What is this? It's just a thank you from her to all of us, and it is going to be exciting that she's going to receive Torah as a daughter of Israel because she's going to be doing her conversion coming up very soon. So, mazal tov to her.
One for you? Oh, you didn't do it.
No, she lit the candles last week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, are we ready to close this?
I don't know. Are we?
I think so. Let's do it.
I asked Rabbi Alban what her favorite Osei Shalom is.
This one.
And she said this one by Michael Oakes. We happened to also sing his Shalom Rock.
Which is also beautiful. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Michael. So let's stand up. If you feel comfortable, put your arms around each other. I finally have a clergy partner who's not over 6 foot tall, so I'm excited. Osei Shalom
Bimroma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Osei Shalom Bimroma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Osei Shalom Bimroma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
One more time. Osei
Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Osei Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Osei Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.